Hey, this is Carlo here with 4GQ TV. And how do I, Alyvia?
Yes, Alyvia Alyn Lind.
Okay, I just want to make
Yeah,
sure I said it right.
all right.
Um, so I want to ask you, uh, what was it like working on Spiderwick for you? What was the character like? Did you feel the character?
Yeah, it was so much fun. I mean, it was really interesting because I'm one of the only cast members in the main cast that wasn't already a character in either the book or the movie. So coming in was very it was very intimidating, but it was also is what made it really fun because I kind of got to build her from the ground up and make her into this character. And Aaron and Kat gave me so much freedom to kind of make her into who she is. And she's such a little weirdo. And just to get to step into her shoes and figure out all of the things that make her who she is was just such a fun process. And it's definitely one of my favorite characters I've ever played.
Oh wow. Well, I've seen from what I've seen, you did a great job. It was very believable as well. What was it like to work across from Christian Slater on the set?
Best. I mean, he's such an icon. He's just it brings such a light and energy to the set, and is just so insanely mega talented. And it was just so much fun. We had the best time together on set, and there was a really fun dynamic between our characters and us in real life. So yeah, we had a great time. I mean, he's just like the coolest person like ever. And I was so scared to meet him. I was so intimidated by him. I'm like, oh my gosh, Christian Slater. And then I met him and I was like, oh my God, he's the coolest ever. And he doesn't like the intimidating vibe. You see it in Mulgrath, but you do not see it in him.
Was there anything that you found challenging about the role?
So many things. Yeah. I mean, there were lots of challenges. I mean, just well, like I said before, trying to kind of figure out who she was. Trying, well, fun little fact, Calliope does not only speak one language in the show, also. She speaks three languages, including English, throughout the show. So I had to learn how to speak two other languages, which was well, personally, like the things that are challenging are the things that are the most fun because I love, going out of my comfort zone and doing new things and having new little party tricks. So yeah, I got to speak a few different languages, which was really challenging to do in a short amount of time. But ended up being so much fun and so rewarding in the end, figuring out that I could do that, and learn that in such a short amount of time. So yeah, it was definitely one of my more challenging roles, definitely, but definitely one of my best experiences.
Now, to get prepared for the role, did you go back and watch the older material, like the older movie, and read the books, or did you just go straight into this and like, I'm gonna feel this out?
No, yeah, I mean, I of course had to go back and watch the movies, read the books, do the whole background of the whole universe, but I was already a big fan of it. I mean, I remember when I was younger, my sister, who is like the exact generation for when Spiderwick was huge and like the exact perfect age, had all the books, loved the movie. So when I got the audition for this, she fangirled so hard and we watched it together. But I remember watching it with her when I was so much younger. And I remember I read the book a while ago, but then when I got the role, I obviously picked it up, read it again. And it's just really surreal now being in this place, in this position for something that you loved growing up and now getting to be a part of it is really weird and really cool.
Absolutely. Did you get to on the set, did you have to read everything per the script, or did you get to improvise and add your flair to your character?
I mean, like, first of all, the writing was just so incredible that I didn't even really have to as much. But no, I mean, Aaron, Kat, all of our producers, Jen, everybody really let us put our own spin on our characters. And I think in the end, a lot of our own personalities kind of ended up coming out in our characters because they were so open to just us, well, especially with like the Grace family, like with Noah and Lion, they got to bring out a lot of themselves in their characters and a lot of improvising and a lot of just having fun and playing around like normal kids would, and a lot of freedom in the way that they were like, you know what, you're the teenagers and this is a show about teenagers, so be teenagers and just like talk how they would talk. And if something sounds weird and you don't want to say it, don't say it. But I mean, for me, it was mostly adding in a lot of like the little growls and, and all the little weird creature isms that I got to explore. So that was really fun. It's kind of just more like the animalistic traits of Calliope.
Is there a moment in the show that really stands out for you that you can talk about? I don't want you to say anything that would be spoilers or anything you can't say, but is there anything that you can say that really sticks out?
Oh my God, that's so hard. I'm trying to like think throughout the episodes. There's a lot of moments. I mean, I think the finale episode is my favorite episode. Fact and four. I love those two episodes. And I think that the show goes so many different places that you wouldn't expect. Like the through lines of all the characters, we dive so deep in them, and there's so many twists and turns and plot twists and so many cool things happening. But it always stays rooted in its like themes, which are family and hope, and the fact that magic is real. Like you really leave this show believing that magic is real. You really leave this show believing that all these things are really happening. And I love that it's very different. The show is very different from the movies, very different from the books. But having the authors of the books so involved really helped us stay connected to the original books. And though it's very different, we always come back to the original books and always come back to the original material. And I think that the writers did such an amazing job incorporating the two and also refreshing it for a new audience. So yeah, there's a lot of weird, crazy twists and turns that you would definitely not expect. That I'm really honestly, as a fan of Spiderwick, I'm excited to see them also.
Well, that's awesome. I know our time is limited, so I definitely want to thank you for your time. And also, I just want to tell you real quick before we're out of here is that your character, the emotions of your character, from what I've seen, are very believable and very relatable to the series. So you did an excellent job. And I love your character and Christian Slater's character, two of my favorites so far.
Thank you so much. That means so much. Thank you. I really appreciate that.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. It was so good to meet you.
You too.